see a scrap between Noble and TSM at any point as well. They're kind of always very... Keep it locked down. All right, there we go. No, it's not boot. Found Borg early on. Now, NIP certainly not afraid of a fight, to keep eyes on that, but a couple... Did he just take flight?
Malukia's got a nice sight here on Chappie, who's going to jump off to try and get some heals up, but already gets a tag on.
Take on a few teams trying to get to them, but Zaki is completely unoccupied.
Absolutely.
Now keep in mind that TSM landed around this area. They know that no one went further north than them. Oh no, the driving.
The spin out.
That is not good. Kraken's going to be spraying down. He's goes for the reload on this. I'm not sure if that was the right choice, but he's still going to try and set this one on fire. The player's going to be in trouble here. Profi has to be so careful. There could be players anywhere near him at this point. He's using the car for cover, trying to run down with it. Smart choice, but there's not much cover nearby. And Profi knows that he's sweating bullets. There's fire coming in. He needs to get to cover. 2 more bullets would do it, but he makes it to the tree. Takes a second to breathe, and he's still alive.
That's an example of the difference between a pro and a pub. He kept his head about him. He followed the car in no matter what happened.
Into the new circle, and we're going to see AA now. These guys love this. They're looking for opportunities. They want kills. They want to get into this game, and they want that first win.
They do, and you're going to notice they're coming in without people knowing where they are. And even in that situation, Trefeli's looking the wrong way. This is what AA does best. They sneak in from behind, and they get you when you don't see them. They're the rap.
No need to fight just yet, but you can see AMPR there keeping tabs on what's going on, being smart about this, having a good approach, good mentality.
AMPR is that kind of player. Let's jump over to Simzy, coming in hard. This is what Penta's known for. He's great at breaches, and he's a very aggressive player. Going to go right into the shack, grenades aplenty, wipes out a team. Very clean play by Simzy, and he's going to be sort of the saving grace for Penta in this match.
FaZe aren't stopping either. You can see them taking down Leighton and actually putting him down as well. That's another team actually killing him, but nice work from Chappie towards Alliance. Is there going to be anyone else? Oh my god, they're actually went for the peak. That's insanity. Chappie now prones down, denies line of sight, goes back in for more, but he can't get it done. Sigsy loves a good fight, and he's going to find that so easy. Now his teammates are around him. He might look for a revive if there's any chance there isn't. They're down, they're done. Now more. What is that nade coming through? That's exceptional work. So many kills coming in. 53 alive now. Monkey's doing...
They're unknown. Given that spot, everyone else now has to come to them. And honestly, the last person I want to push into in that building is Scoom.
Yeah, Scoom's just a boss. Now, TSM and Noble might get a fight here. It looks like they both kind of want to traverse the same sort of ground. And yeah, the fight's beginning between those two. You're still seeing NIP in a bit of a problem as Penta are being quite aggressive about this. They're actually chasing towards them. You can see 2 players there making a move for them. But look at these players. They're going in on this one.
Penta knows they need kills to win, and that's what they're going to do.
He's going for this. This is sick. He's got the 4-1 as well. He can spray that down 4 times, maybe not ideal, but I'm sure he can make it work. Trying to check the ground. He wants to take the high ground on Sweater, and Sweater will be sweating bullets here. He knows he's in trouble. Bad timing on the revive. This could be an execution. Simzy, he sees it, he sprays in, and the job is done. NIP suffering at the hands of Penta.
Oh!
But there's a response. You don't get away for free at this point. Everyone knows where everyone is. Noble now moving up towards the... Patiently,
there's the moment.
Peak. Wait, no. Oh, the patience is incredible, but oh, maybe he waited too long. Break now knows what's going on. He's surely got an idea. And the spray is perfect again from Break. This man can't be stopped. AMPR now moves up. The rest of Noble took too long. Oh, it's brilliant from TSM. Holding on, fighting against the high ground teams. This is not over yet, though. They still need to move. There's still players in their way.
Beautiful.
Everyone's looking for this one. The teams in the north, sure, they've got the blue to be worried about, but right now it's running time.
It's time to get in there and go. You'll see a team like Ghost Gaming on the north wait for the last second, but Scoom is going to put the work on Flamingos. Flamingos had to move. They had no choice. They walk into the Scoom box, and he takes them down.
He does need to be careful. He's making a lot of attention look towards him, so he knows that. You can see him looking around in the periphery. Who's there? Who's watching me? Another player. Oh, Scoom, one more bullet is all he has to land.
He doesn't need 100 rounds. He just needs 10, and he takes them down. Flamingos, done.
Scoom is...
2 kills could mean an awful lot to Crimson at this stage of the game. The AK only needs 3 hits. Oh, man! What? X-ray vision.
Sick play from Moleman. Great intuition. Now they can move up. Now they need to realize who they're up against. We've got Tempo Storm up against Liquid. 3v2. The fire comes in. Tempo Storm taking the initiative. Scoom's in trouble. He's down to a 1-shot here, trying to heal up as best he can. And now Moleman tries to provide cover, but Tempo Storm aren't stopping. They are aggressing well. They've got... Oh, Scoom! He doesn't know when he's dead. He wants this so bad. And now he's brought it down so close. Still 5 alive. Revive still possible, but not in the mines here. Scoom looking for the next victim. Who will fall? Samdi is playing the long game. He's playing the snake. He's going to just sit in that grass and play the circle.
They know this is Dre. Dre's good at pushing. Scoom slides to the outside. He wants to try to find it. Scoom takes the shot, gets the head, baby! He goes down, making it 2v1. Sapti in the distance has vision but no hope and no cover. He's got to go snack through the bushes and try to make his way there.
He's not even in the new circle and he knows it. He's got to move into them, but will Scoom realize this? Will Moman as well? Moman taking down his team, and it's Scoom. It's always been Scoom. 8 kills. Incredible work from Liquid. They never knew when they were dead, and they played out of their minds today. That's the first step.
Being able to accrue all those points now and bumping them up to 2nd place is a really, really good step up for Team Liquid in their campaign.
Yeah, we haven't really been highlighting Liquid at all this entire tournament because they haven't really been breaking out into the top 5s. But this just goes to show that standings really, at the moment, you can't really rely on them because just one good game, like we see here from Liquid, that puts them in, well, close 2nd place.
Yeah, definitely does, and that was very impressive to say the least. I'll admit, coming into this tournament...
Effectively, and there we go. So if you look at the map real quick, I just want to show you FaZe did get lucky after this, and they got their rotation easily over power. But a nice shot by Frolicker, gets one knockout by Sweater. He'll be able to finish this in C9. They just have had really...
Point out in the open, you can get plugged out here, and Eddie Pyro, another victim here, running past the EG players, trying to swerve their way around. Seconds. The Method boys do manage to take down one of the bad. It's after this it starts to build up, and Penta eyeing up more people. The rest of Method's side of struggle. 6 shots coming out from Jeems. The range on these guys as well. That's Ultra taking the final kill. Oh, Leighton is in so much trouble. He's just about hung on, but there it is. Solid FPS actually was the one to claim him in the end, so those kill steals certainly coming through.
Actually,
no one likes the SKS, but I mean, they're trying to make it work. And the Scar now, exactly. It's like, all right, screw the SKS. I gave it a go, and we'll just go to this one. But it's an extended fight, so you're working through your own. Wow, that was a shot and a half. You blink and you miss it. McCoy suffering at the hands here. So again, at the moment, every team working their way through it. I think most are in relative safety here, so that next circle is going to move a lot of players.
This is a massive circle for everyone. TSM running the edge of it. They're going to wait and see.
They're going to go for the long play. They're just going to be playing this one out. They're doing the dirty, but it is what it is. Everyone else has to move. They've got to make their way south. This is almost every team.
Spots to get. Red is a dead zone at this time. In about one circle, Red becomes a good spot because of the defilades that you mentioned. Yep. But for now, most of these teams are dreading moving through there.
Do you know what? You can still play Novo's side. If you really want to play the long game, you could do this. I'm wondering if TSL... Oh, Fuzzface gets an absolute... Get those 4 times. Noble now taking a couple of bullets going their way from the AAA boys up in the Wizard Tower. Decent cover here. Couple of hills, couple of trees, but a couple of shots. Make it just 1 shot. We'll take down Boom. He wants more, though. You can see this switching in between. Going to try and get the fire down. As Noble now have to try... Oh, this control is exceptional.
Absolutely.
Brilliant work.
Worth noting, FaZe stole that kill. AAA got the knock, and then FaZe stole it out from under them. Meanwhile, Cornshucker's going head-to-head with GG. Elusive is down. Profi with the push, comes over the rocks, looking for his target, goes for the spray. Zanpa down. Profi barely stays alive, but he wins the one-on-one.
But now everyone knows what's going on. All eyes. Can everyone put on the Pirates of the Caribbean theme tune? I'd appreciate that. Who's up on that with the car now? I want to see who's on that position, because if they land shots towards LG, I will be losing my mind. But at the moment, they're actually running low on fuel as well in that boat, so keep that in the back of your minds here.
They're going to camp out and wait for their chance. Meanwhile, Temp face them here. Haxit watching the back approach Spectre. He knows there's a big open field here. He takes shots, gets a beautiful shot on Noble. Noble has just been getting no breaks here. They've been caught from 3 sides, and they've just been doing nothing but rezzing each other for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, they've been really struggling. Now, we said that Liquid were done, but Molman a little bit more range than he has with that 2 times. But now you can see the Alliance guys laying down some real trouble. Noble on the other side. How is he alive here? Just about stays alive with it. Minuscule amount of health.
Zygo just is the man that doesn't want to quit. He's surviving for his team. He's going as deep as he can.
They're just rolling into this like absolute madmen. Smacks on the other side, but they're letting Penta take all the attention, and there it is.
They made it over the edge, but it wasn't enough.
He's gone for it, but there's a player down there, I'm pretty sure, and it is Vis taking down Solid FPS and Chappie. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You can't escape, even if you dive off the edge.
2 cars off, 4 guys dead is how we come. G crossing the rocks, trying to hold their position and praying that the circle will favor them. Meanwhile, TSM and TS very close together. FaZe with a beautiful shot. That's what happens when you have so much control over so much of the map. If somebody steps into your zone.
And there's still a little bit of that building within this cover, so that's not the big problem here. But there you can see Tempo Storm and TSM starting to get into the fight. And it is all Tempo Storm. APR and Break go down. And looking for any opportunity for a revive. It's not going to happen. The
Valley ate them alive as they get taken out. Beautiful play.
But Vis What's your game plan? Do you want to try and avenge him? Do you want to get a kill? Do you want to position for their cross? How are you going to play this now? Because you have to try and do everything for your team. They're in a good spot. He's going to spot out one, but he makes the peak. Just so the ridge is so dangerous. Your helmet can get shredded, but he actually takes down the opponent's helmet, which is the important thing, allowing them a second or two to climb up. This is under pressure here.
Tempo and TSM, both top 5 teams fighting to try and stay in that, so getting ahead of your opponent here is very valuable, but the Blues coming in, it's going to lock them out.
AA are taking great fights here, though. FaZe are being hammered at this point. You've got players from AA all over the place. They have the circle, and oh shit! Mixy! He wants to do it himself, but FaZe tonight. Mixy won't let this happen just yet. Fuzzface actually finding Monkey as well. Maybe we wrote FaZe out this too early. They are still holding on, still getting revives, but you can see Shadow here holding that cross, and he knows they have to get past him. He is the gatekeeper in this game. He is the man who can stop them from getting this win. FaZe want it so badly, AA as well, and now we wait 18 seconds until they
FaZe has to come out. They have to come out of a door that's covered on 3 sides. It's 3v4. They're way out, man. They're way outgunned. They get knocked. A beautiful one because they're knocking out the time for the pickup. Another goes down. They're covered from all sides. He's going to slide up and hold the door. And here we got Oroxy covering every single angle. All we've got left is Fuzzface.
It's one man against the world here for FaZe, and he wants to do everything he can. He knows he can't. He denies them the kill by running into the blue. A smart play from him. But in the end, what a moment for these guys. AAA. They came in.
Yeah, and this ending here where they're just trapping FaZe right in the warehouse. FaZe can't get out, and they're just trading back and forth here a little bit, but then they know once this new circle comes, FaZe needs to leave this warehouse. They got them trapped in here. And actually, one of the things is, FaZe actually, instead of letting AAA get this last kill, FaZe actually just said, you know what? Let's run into the blue and just die outside play zone. We're, you know, there's 3 people looking, etc. around that area.
Well, one of the big things to remember with just these 2 games remaining is there's only about 300 points between first and all the way down into 8th place.
Yeah.
So really, it's still everybody can come in and they have a chance here. So you can see that everybody's kind of playing into a little bit more passive play to start this off because they're aware of how tight this leaderboard is. Nobody wants to be that first team to go out, so everybody's...
Let's talk about Tempo Storm, though. Maluki here has got Scoom in his sight. Scoom, JP2 gets the knock. Couldn't see the first man down here, and SKS out of nowhere. He was taking shots onto Scoom there.
And so remember, this is Tempo Storm, who's been repeatedly performing well. Maluk is one of their strong gunners, though, so for him to go down this early is really, really rough for Tempo Storm. That means that, look, there's nobody around him to come over and get the res.
That was an iron sight SKS from that range. Holy moly.
Hey, we talked about that these guys are the best of the best. And they are nailing these shots.
That was just one shot hit. There we go.
Scoom, no, instantly goes down. He comes over here trying to get some loot and gets told, no, you can't come over here. But Valiant's actually trying to go over and get this res up onto Maluk, comes around the backside, and he should be able to secure this res.
Yeah, so Maluk's going to get back up.
Around the outside of it, and LG is actually starting to do a push off to the side, and here we go. These are our guys, AAA, trying to make their way through. Motorcycle Squad, you know, just kind of rolling through, making the biker life happen.
Straight into the hay bale. Not so smooth there, Shiv, but, you know, we caught it on screen. It's all good. So they're making their way through, and obviously the problem is that they are a little late to the risky strategy.
Look at this. We talked about beforehand about how important it is to be centered. Look at all of these teams and how condensed they are around that central area. And so all these teams that are trying to come in now are starting to get under fire and having to move out, move a little bit further away. Like right now you can see that LG's taking some shots over towards the DC guys, and they're having to move back out.
Towards them, well, they're going to go maybe around. It is a lot of real estate, and it is all free and up for the grab. So we're going to see everybody piling in towards center.
Nice shot coming out there, and taking down Frex.
He's on the bike. I mean, that's a 125 full speed. Good knock, takes him out, finishes. And this is something we should talk about. Securing kills is becoming so prevalent right now with 10 points a kill.
You have to make sure you get those last couple of kills on it because everybody is hunting those points right now. That was a really risky choice coming out.
Method that knocked him, yet it's Stab that gets the kill. That's a little harsh from both angles. As Crunch gets a flying vehicle. That's another member of FaZe. That's Fuzzface down. And FaZe, who got second place in the last game, needed another decent round, but they are getting picked on the translation.
That's a really nice positioning of their vehicles as well. They put them right between those 2 different ones, and that is an amazing crate. We've got an AWM, plenty of ammo to play with, an 8x scope for you, and 1 for your friend.
And a med kit, full med kit, and AAA. Well, they're going for it. Shadow's saying thank you very much. He's already got a ×8. He's only got a shotgun in his hand right now, so he's going to be loving that AWM in there as Shiv. He's probably thinking, oh, I've got a Kar 98. I was thinking pretty good, but Well, we'll see whether he decides to transfer it, but they were going to get the map up just in a moment. You can see they're all piling past Drassel's vision. Everybody is trying to make that move into Gatco. It is a kill zone, a hotbox, and everybody is getting wrecked.
And right as soon as you think that you make it through the safe spot, you're just going to run into another squad off in the distance. You can see there is no safety for all of these squads coming in. They're just collapsing into already claimed building complexes, and that just means there's going to be another fight to directly follow this one. Look at all those people right now that are knocked down and laying across the field.
Samty going down. That's tempos to Gatco. Nobody actually occupying Gatco itself, which is interesting for me. It is something that a lot of people do tend to avoid. I'm seeing Cornshuckers here.
Nice shots.
I was about to say, Miami Flamingos have moved right in on him. Dakoko returns the favor, knocks him down, but he's going to
health off. Now we're going to see how they're going to have to play around this, because naturally Cornshuckers has Paradox and Zampa in one building with a full 4-man squad next to them.
Look at the new circle. It's coming. Gatka's still there. Liquid are going to occupy a decent area. Looks like EG is still safe. We can see Cornshuckers are still safe. Ronan and
wide out in the open, so he's just trying to gun through as fast as he can, and wow, look at all these people stacked up in this complex.
Penta trying to pile straight in there. You can see they're trying to force Miami Flamingos out of this as they get themselves tucked into a building, but it's not safe. It's not safe for us. It's Miami Flamingos territory, and they are holding it very strong. You can see Andy Pyro now from Method. He's going to collect a couple of kills as well. So he manages to get them shots in there, and well, Method, a team that did very well yesterday, still haven't had a big finish today. Is this their time? Look at this. You can see 4 squads in that one complex.
Cornshuckers right now is like, what is just happening? They were caught in that fight with Miami Flamingos for so long, and all of a sudden Method just rolls up and takes care of the problem for them. Elusive finally getting that down. A little bit of vengeance back.
Energetic Turtle, you can see, just trying to peek through the cracks. Can he get anything in there? It doesn't look like it. AAA were landing a couple of shots. See Crown 9 also going down. That was Gataway. And the next circle is coming. Let's quickly get that on your map. You can see it's forced it right into the open fields. There is not really a complex. Cornshucker's the only man really in there. You can see he's already taking fire. Everybody in Gatka, everybody in this crazy 4-man pile where Energetic Turtle is, everybody has to leave this complex in 1 minute.
Right now, it's just Noble who made their trek down from Everest, have managed to secure some spot inside the circle. Digital Chaos is also in there as well. Liquid's just right on the edge of it, but these squads right now have a minute to disengage, get the kills, and get away.
I think Noble are in prime position. That's the radar tower, isn't it?
I believe they are at the radar tower. They do have line of sight back down across all the Haybell locations. Digital Chaos is actually firing in onto Ronan on the backside of this. So finally we see the step around. The Energetic Turtle does get the down onto that.
He knows there's one around the side, and there it is. It's Cloud9. Cornshuckers even. Zampa on the flank.
You have to give it to Cornshuckers at this point. They have stayed alive inside of the spot for so long.
The irony is they can go and click themselves 30 points there, because despite the fact Method down them, they can go and finish off and get all the kills, and suddenly Cornshuckers can collect themselves a whole load more kills. Noble, that's the team I want to talk about right now. I feel they're in the prime position in this circle. You can see Ghost Gaming trying to push on them. They're stuck in the fields, but they have this prime territory. It is the little radar tower. They have perfect deflate all around them to take shots. This is prime territory. Now the question is, anyone is going to try and push them with vehicles, because that's the only way they're going to be able to force them away.
Oh, Zampa's trying to push back out and around. He's gotten dipped very low on health. Remember, he has been knocked so many times. Miami Flamingos, Tony is also doing a push out. Circle has started to push in. These guys have to separate out. Andy Pyro is saying, no, get away from me. And there we go. We see a knockdown coming on from Zampa from behind.
Well, they have to move. The circle's on them. You can see it's about to push right on the back through. Now they're inside the circle. Remember, this is like the, what, 5th circle, I believe. It's going to really chunk them down. Everybody's in it to be a messy, messy finish as Luminosity start picking up some kills. Liquid getting wiped out there. FaZe go down outside the play zone as well. Noble on this prime territory, taking pot shots, free shots effectively on Evil Genius as they try and flank around.
This is exactly what Noble wants. They had such a good performance at Gamescom.
Oh,
Grenades going out. Daculus, is he going to hit the Kobe? And yes, he does!
On the nose. Ghoul, the only man standing. Ghoul just off the side, taking shots. Ghoul trying to turn him, but it's Noble to pick themselves up the triple kill. Now the next circle comes in, and it is completely open. It is hay bale territory for everybody as they have to move into this circle.
Oh, it's time to see some sneaky, sneaky snakes. But look down in that southeastern corner. There are so many squads that are stacked up across each other. Noble's going to have to move from their high ground position, come down and get down dirty with everybody else. Luminosity is trying to push back and get some level of cover.
I want to talk about championship moments right now. AAA still have 3 members alive, but they are under fire. Noble doing them some favors there and taking down members. AAA have to get moving, but they've got to push right into Digital Chaos. Tempo Storm themselves still have Manuke available. He's still alive around the side. There you see Digital Chaos, who 4 members alive. They are the only people that really have circle control right now, as everybody has to push their way.
18 people alive at 3 seconds. Everybody's just trying to have to retreat back to this really wide open hay baled area. They're trying to run back. You can see that Noble does again have a nice line of sight onto Luminosity.
Well, you can see AAA, they're coming out. The blue on them, they have to get moving. Digital Chaos pushing forward. There's the shot. Shadow downs Fausto. Fausto picked off. Monkey goes down outside the play zone. Luminosity, we should talk about them. They still have 4 members alive pushing in, but Noble, who are in the zone right now, have prime position once again as Digital Chaos have shots. That's AAA. They are way outside. They're going to die in the blue, I feel. And Noble looking like the ones to take this. The circle's gone towards Luminosity. Luminosity are in prime position now as the circle moves once again.
And with this, that's going to be a nice favor coming out for Luminosity. They have a good amount of control around here. You can see that they're playing in multiple pieces of terrain, separated out, trying to make sure they control every single sight line so that way nobody can sneak up on top of them. Noble's trying to figure out how they're going to push back through. Digital Chaos has found Luminosity. They're going to do a nice push on the side of this terrain. Oh, Chipsy, he's going to have to be very careful about how he starts peeking this.
Tempo Storm down in, what, 5th place? You can see Austin still in there for Ghost Game and keeping his team alive effectively in the points. But Digital Chaos and Luminosity are going to start facing each other. Noble off in the distance. They can play real spoilers for this one as Digital Chaos push up over the bridges, but they're running headlong into the Luminosity game. In JP2, we saw him with no iron sights, taking that first shot with the SKS. He's got sights now and he's starting to land them, but Noble, look at the kills they just got. They knocked Ninja, they took Ninja out, they got Chipsy down, and this is all going Noble's way once again, but they have to move. 25 seconds, the blue is on them.
Digital Chaos has got a nice amount of control over here. They just have to come up and clean up these guys for Luminosity Gaming so that way they don't feed any information to the last remaining person. There's 10 people up and alive. Instantly drops down to 7. 10 seconds before the circle starts closing in. This is going to be really interesting to see how each one of these squads pair off across these hay bales.
Digital Chaos won game number 1, and they're in a great position right now. If they stay just behind this defilade, they're picking shots off, but Noble continuing to land shot after shot. I should mention Austin from Ghost. He is still alive and creeping his way in. While these 2 teams with 3 members alive engage each other, he is off in the distance. He has a hay bale for cover as well as he creeps his way forward. So Ghost still have the chance as Noble push in. Digital Chaos get knocked. Oh, Austin manages to find the shot onto Fausto. He could play real spoiler here just behind that hay bale. Digital Chaos with just 1 man alive. Austin goes down. Noble now in a great position with Boom. It is Avian and Fausto, the last 2 standing for Digital Chaos. If they can get a man up, and Avian's up.
You can tell that Interrogate knows exactly where they are. They're playing right back behind that hay bale, trying to look back up. Jock is trying to figure out exactly how they made that approach over there. You can see that Chosen Zygote's trying to crawl forward and feed information.
Jockey's there as he has to take the shot. We can see just off to the left, Interrogate is there. Can't land the shots on Jockeys. Avian manages to down the Chosen Goat. He's been picked off. Noble goes down as well. Digital Chaos now in a prime position. Neither team in the circle, but they do not care. They know where Interrogate is. Boom is down just ahead of him. It's a 1v1 almost as these 2 guys try and trade off. We can see almost everybody's down. Jockeys and Avian, the only 2 standing. Boom goes down. That is it. Digital Chaos will take it. The only team so far in Oakland to take 2 chicken dinners and has that catapulted them up to the top of the table.
And they're playing out of really utilizing their cars and the ditch.
Yeah, really knowing the terrain and the geography of all these maps, knowing all the nuances of all the different divots, ridges, ditches, everything.
Nice.
It's like a tongue twister.
Yeah.
But just knowing with the best places to be, it's just doing so well for these teams. And we saw DC taking this win just because they know that area. And
get the circle, guys. It is way up in the north, and TSM.
You can see that there's a lot of nice sight lines, but everybody's kind of dipping out in between different hills. We go, migrations come in. Where's it going? Oh, the circle loves them, so it's going to stay on top of them. Just our guys that are on the outer edge. Really, Tempo Storm.
For AAA, they are in the lead, but Shadow's going down.
And this is all about Penta playing super aggressive. They know that they need these kill points. They're definitely fighting for that middle of the pack spot. If they can get just a couple more spots.
Is he going to pan him? He's going to pan him. He's going to pan him.
Oh, going for the punch. Disrespect. those survivor points, kind of rolling a little bit of the TSM strategy. So bullets going back and forth, and wow, so many of these squads are going to have to move back up towards the coastline. It's just Ghost lighting everybody up, and Tempo Storm being pressed, and look at these shots coming out from Valier.
Gets himself the triple, but Paradox comes in and finishes off, and that is Tempo Storm down, I think. No, Samty is still alive.
Everybody just crawl to Paradox. Res me, please. Res me, please.
Where is Samty? There he comes. Samty's coming round. The brother of Yemty. He's just got one shot to go.
Tempo Storm.
And Tempo Storm get themselves a quad kill. And that will be huge. They're in second place currently in points. And they absolutely needed that.
Tempo Storm's dreams and hopes survive.
Want to take victory here.
Where are we going, D-Man? And it's still nicely centered up. We're going to have to see Digital Chaos come back out. Ghost is finally going to have to move. Method's going to have to move. Wind and Rain's out.
Circle moves towards Noble and FaZe, and Ghost all just those, and that's going to move everybody. There is no complexes but a single shack in this final circle.
In the final circle, there is also a road and a lot of wide open plains, just a couple of trees. See, the Rex is trying to make his way inside of here. Austin's holding down this.
Follow as they move in towards this single shack. Cloud9 trying to occupy it, but TSM, they're going to have to hit the tree. Oh, that vehicle is going up. Oh, and Break just about survives. The explosion wipes out Smack, I believe, there. And he leaves TSM down to 2 members.
Held him in a nice forward position. They have a good sight line onto it, so there's no way to make it over. AMPR is trying to push back over. Monkey is
in the points. I'm pretty sure it means they're going to be the champions here at Oakland, but obviously we need to wait a long time before the total points gets totted up as Monkey gets Frolicker just sneaking on by, snaking in the grass. Nine's ahead of him as he pushes through. He's got Frexis just to his left on the hillside as Monkey goes down, but he is well inside the top 5, I believe, and that could be a massive, massive finish, and good count for everything. Cloud9 are going huge though. Chappie gets himself another knock as McCoy gets picked up around the side. It's just Ronin and Cloud9 with Fuzzface tanking through the blue. He's firing the shots off as he goes down. It is the last 2 standing now. It is Cloud9 versus Ronin.
And a solid 3v3 across from each other. Nobody is inside the circle at the direct time. You can see that we do have a little bit of a building complex that has been set up. Cloud9 is right next to the shack and trying to do a peek around, get a nice line of sight onto Not a Developer, who's on the other side of this and holding down a couple of vehicles. They're not going to be able to use these to reposition, not unless somebody provides some immaculate cover fire coming over here. And Minifridge Jr. holding a nice angle, gets some shots over towards Cloud9.
Ronin trying to push. Cloud9, of course, have the only complex that was inside the circle. Not a Developer charging in. He's gone very aggressive, trying to get that little defilade angle, and he's managed to secure it as well. Nobody from Cloud9 can peek without getting their heads popped as Not a Developer, who was the newest member of Ronin, came in through the qualifiers, of course. In a very good position. Cloud9, can they be the second team to get 2 chicken dinners here at Oakland? Sadly for them, it hasn't been a very successful time outside of that one game.
He's playing aggro. He's coming off on a side flank on him. It doesn't seem like they're aware of it. And there we go. We see Not a Developer get it down onto this, making this a 3v2. Solid FPS. Looks like he's going to go for a reposition. Shots are coming out. Everybody's ducking down. Back behind us. And we see Solid go down. This is a 3v1 now coming out.
Chappie, the last man standing. He's got to try and peek around. Not a Developer gets the heel off. Duck going for long-range shots there. The Solid FPS goes down. Chappie, can he go huge? You've seen it on his streams many times, but right now he's got to do it in a pro tournament. He gets Not a Developer down, but he's got no time to heal, and he's going to get pushed up on by Minifridge Jr., but he just can't find the flank. Chappie gets the... He's got the reload, but he's only got 31 bullets left in that AKM. He's just gone for a reload, and that's all that is left. And Ronin, they have the circle. They have the vehicles. They have the position. Chappie looks like he's out of meds.
And they were just pulling back, trying to figure out where the next circle is going to be at. You can see that they've all switched over to grenades.
They're going to go for the grenades, but look at the flank. Chappie comes around the side. Can he get the knock onto Duck? He can. It's down to a 1-on-1 from a 1-on-3 situation. It's Chappie versus Duck. Duck peeking down. He's already been knocked. A grenade right now would be beautiful, but Chappie hasn't got it. He sees the shot. He's going to take it. The taps comes out. It's not quite enough. Just flanks back around the UAZ. He has to push. He's got the tree to cover him off. Minifridge Jr. in there. Duck did get rest. He's got to get the peek around the side. You can see his teammate trying to block him off with the shots there. Minifridge Jr. goes for the peek. And Ronin take it. Ronin get the round. But look at the finishes. FaZe in 3rd place. Triple A. It just didn't work out for them, but Triple A, they are the winners of the Intel Extreme Masters Oakland. I believe we're going to go over to Rich Sims in a moment.
An inkling that you guys had come into this, and we know back home, the French people, they love esports. They're going to have your backs in this. But for you guys, what does this mean to you? Coming in as a non-invited team, but a qualified team back home?
Maybe next time we'll get invited for the next tournament.
Okay, I'll let that one. Friends and family, we'll take it down.